Hey guys, wanted to record a quick video on Zul'Farrak graveyard farming as a hunter. I stole this concept from Zeroji and I just wanted to kind of walk through my personal experience with the runs and some tips and tricks that I found and what spec I found works best. Starting off with the gear, I do have a lot of the wolf gear or similar gear that provides agility and spirit. Ideally, you have a lot of spirit because you need some serious MP5 to sustain feign death and explosive trap. Those are our two main spells that we're actually using to clear the zombies. So we need to be able to sustain that. Good MP5 is a way to do that. Second, the spec. I am pretty deep in survival. I think 42 is kind of the optimal spot to start this, at least with the build that I tried. This lets you get 2 out of 2 improved feign death, as well as clever traps. You need clever traps to really take down the zombies. And then also on the Beast Mastery side, I opted for a bunch of just pet health and armor. And in addition to that, bestial swiftness as well as pathfinding. This lets us run fast and cheated to open the zombies, and it lets our pet run faster for pet pulls and things of that nature. So, with that, I'm just going to jump right in. First things first, we'll be using the pet stay passive mechanic. So really what we need to do is just put our pet on stay, send him at a mob, and hit pet passive to return him back to that stay spot. So we're going to let him hit there. As soon as he enters combat, we're going to send him to these guys. He's going to grab them, and I'm going to pull him back. So you'll notice that I also use Furious Howl there. That will automatically put your pet on the threat table. Meaning, if you body pull something and they target you instead of your pet, that's an easy way to get them on your wolf. So that makes wolf a really good one here. You'll also notice, I guess he's not there now, but my wolf does have cower. Cower comes in the zombie fighting part of this. But if we just run at my pace here, we're going to pass that mob before he gets here. I'm going to call my pet, put him on stay. We're going to do the exact same thing. I'll pop cheetah, and then this jump can be kind of annoying. You need to jump sideways and then basically move while you're in the air. Don't try to jump from a running start. That's the easiest way to get over this hump in my experience. So we'll do the same thing. Let him dash, let him hit, get him going. He'll aggro the next pack. I'll pull him back. I'm going to take off cheetah in case this guy hits me. But Furious Howl, you see, pulled him away from me. And I did actually take a hit. Tiny little magic damage. So, pro tip, Furious Howl is the move. This really helps in Dire Maul as well. So, yeah, if you're below 46, you might pull that guy. That's why I'm saying this kind of, recording this run obviously comes easier after I've cleared it a couple times at 46. But 44, I would say, is when it became semi-comfortable to do. I just mount my way through these guys. You can jump off this little urn here. You want to probably take... Ooh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. You want to take one hit from those guys. I'll just deterrence, jump into the evade spot. No worries. But yeah, so jumping off that urn, if it's a blood drinker, you really want to... they're going to melee, so you want to have your face turned to them so that you don't get dazed off your mount like I just did. But no worries. I think we're still in the clear. I'm just going to heal up a little bit, let feign death come off cooldown, and we're just going to keep running. So we're going to run straight through Theka the Martyr's room. Ideally here, we just need to feign death one more time. In the actual graveyard room. So we'll go through this hallway. Theka the dude should be over here. Yep. So I'm just trying to do little 180s to not get hit in the back. And this is our last guy that we need to pass. I'm just going to go run over yonder. Feign death here. Let him get out of our way. And then we will keep going. Alright. So, next, I'm going to wait a couple seconds for feign death. You don't really need to. But what we're going to do is you need to run up the stairs to start the event in order for the zombies to actually run to the boss. So I'm going to do that and then pop cheetah after that first one kind of comes out. And then now we open as many as we can. Going back to this urn on the wall here. And we can feign here. And this actually is an evade spot too, but I found feigning to just drop combat to be ultimately easier. We see this pack coming. I think it's a shadow hunter. That can slow things down here, so I'm going to try to leave and get going before that pack comes out. Because we'll actually want to kill that pat later. Same thing, jump into our evade spot, feign death, let him turn around. And then now, this last one, we're just going to be jumping onto this little skull here. And that's actually a very easy jump, and that is also an evade spot. So I'm not even going to bother waiting for feign death. Get all of our dudes, jump. And like, this is a pretty forgiving jump. You can kind of just jump straight into the base of it, and then jump your way up like that. Then I like to reposition myself to have a little runway, and then get up here. So this mount, or this spot, oh, I actually nailed it. That spot, honestly, is pretty hard. That jump is very easy with a mount, so might be in your best interest to just drop combat and do that when mounted. So I pulled the boss, whatever. We're going to go feign death over here anyway. This is the shadow hunter that we just saw that was padding. We're going to want to kill that. So feign death, get rid of all the mobs, and then, yeah, I would prefer to just kill this dude so he doesn't walk by and ruin our pull or ruin something. So that's what we'll do. We'll just grab him, and we'll kill him the same way we would kill the boss. Or I guess the zombies. He's ranged anyway, so we're just going to actually probably duke it out. I'll throw on Hawk for that. But yeah, this guy is not super tough. I mean, you could definitely, you know, pull some tricks with this dude, trying to do the same way we kill the zombies, but seeing as he's ranged and he's just willing to face tank us, we'll just knock him out quick. Alright. So, put my pet up here. Give him some ham. Your pet's going to die a lot in this place, so nice to have pet food. Alright, we want cheetah. And what I'm actually going to also do is put on some spirit food. Like I said before, the MP5 is pretty important to get consistent explosive traps. It does take a bunch of mana. And we also want some in reserve for volleys. I'll explain that later. Basically, with volleys, you want to keep them in combat as much as you can. So if you ever get a feign death resist and you need an easy way to get back on their tables so they don't lose EXP, that's a good way to do it. So at this point, we're ready. I'm just going to drop an explosive trap here to start, and I'm going to pull everything with Eyes of the Beast. I'm going to kind of go counterclockwise around the room. That's the way that I've had the least dazes, I would say. So grab them. Just going to go this way. Grab them. And just hook all the way around. Pull these guys and these guys. So now they're all clumped up. I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to res my pet. And I'll put them on stay right here. And one thing we need to do now is this is where cower comes in handy. So I'm getting on their threat tables right now. They're all going to run to me. And you'll notice that right when they get here, I'm going to cower with my pet and then put him back on stay. So now that I cowered, my pet is on their threat table at the very, very, very bottom. So when I feign death, they're going to run to my pet, but he basically has 0 threat. Meaning, one tick of rank 1 mend pet will actually re-aggro all of these mobs onto me. So you'll see that when I reset this, after this trap is kind of done, I'm going to let him go all the way over here, and we're going to try to get past that 40-yard threshold. I have a weak aura that's telling me my range on these guys. I'm going to try to get past 40 yards, and then I'm going to feign death and drop an explosive trap right here. And it's not liking it. Okay, so that didn't drop combat for some reason, which sucks. I didn't even see her resist. Maybe that's a bug, maybe that's not. But you'll notice that when I did mend pet, they all still came back on me. Or maybe they were on me the whole time because I never dropped freaking combat. But no worries, really. I'm going to pop this volley here to make sure that they're all, I guess, tagged by me in the last minute. And we're just going to try that again. So they're out of range. Feign death, got the trap off. Rank 1 mend pet, got a tick off. Now they're all on me again. Boom. And now we can just kind of jump back and forth across these and let our trap do its thing. I like to stay in cheetah for this. It just makes this jump super, super easy. You know, it was never that hard, I guess, with just regular aspect of the hawk, but definitely insanely forgiving with cheetah. So, I'm letting them get kind of unclumped. I'll show you how to reclump them later. But I just want to kind of make sure we have clean mechanics. There we go. Heal the pet, and we're out of there. Yeah, so because they weren't necessarily super clumped up, my explosive trap only really triggered once. Or like, only the initial hit only hit a couple guys. So an easy way to clump them up is to just kind of spam going back and forth right when they're in this area at this little V, because that's going to force them to go down the mountain. And then that's where they get clumped. So I'm going to jump over here, do my trap, run. Another thing that I've been doing is after I drop the trap, take a couple steps forward, because you need to wait for the global cooldown anyway of trap before you can do your rank 1 men pet. So good to get in the habit of outranging them, make sure you're 40 yards so you don't get FD resists, drop the trap, then take a couple steps, and then end your pet. Come on, dude. Why are you the only one? I might slow him, actually. I'm realizing that probably made things worse. Oh, well. Yeah, that was a poor choice of concussive shot. But no worries. In fact, I'm going to try to reclump them, like I said before. There we go. Now they're nice and clumped. And I'm going to start shooting somebody else with my auto shots. I think I was getting a little low. Okay, boom, boom. 40 yards, feign death, trap, walk over here, heal the pet. Boom, back on the threat table. And we're still jumping. So I am actually out of dynamite because I've done this for the past like 2 levels. But it does help to have dynamite here. It's like roughly an explosive trap's worth of damage anyway. But yeah, any throwables that you have, you know, I could probably be more mana intensive by using more volleys or things like that. But honestly, I think it's the most important just to make sure you're staying safe. It can get very frustrating when you die in here because it's a long run back to this spot. Alright, got that. Heal the pet. Boom. Keep jumping. Alright, we're about due for another reset. I might slow that guy again, but I'm going to wait until I'm on the other side. We're going to adapt. Alright, heal the pet. Oh, he's not even in first anymore. They're really becoming like 2 clumps, it seems. Okay, we're nearing our feign death cooldown. Let him get 40 yards. And we'll come back this way, jump over. Feign, trap, heal. Bread and butter. And you'll notice that as they lose health, they actually do slow down. I think that's most mobs in Classic. But that does help keep them in the explosive a little longer. You'll notice I got a little greedier with that one, put it more forward on the ledge. We're getting close, probably a couple more cycles of that explosive trap, and we're looking good. And I've not gotten a resist since that first one. That was like the only one that we fucked up. Speak of the fucking devil. Alright. I think I got the heal off. Jesus Christ. Alright. So, like we said before, this is where volley comes in handy. Keeps them all in combat. If that had failed, we would be in rough shape because we would lose EXP on all these dudes, which is definitely not what you want. Alright, stay over here. Okay, let's try this again. Please get out of my range. There we go. Back on the threat table. And yeah, so that was actually a good good opportunity to showcase how to kind of save the run with that volley. Just in case the feign death worked on some of them, I did try to get back on the threat table with a heal, and you notice that like they got pretty close when I did that. So I don't know. Either they kill your pet and you need to like kind of juggle the guys and res the pet, or you kind of just reset, just feign death and try to start the pullover. But hopefully we don't lose any EXP. I'm pretty sure I got them all with that volley. But you might see that most of the guys are going to give me like 700 EXP. Some of them might give like 1 because it's based off of their current health, how much EXP they give you. If they have been like out of combat for so long, out of combat meaning like they just haven't been hit in like a minute. But we are getting close. In fact, we're getting so close that I'm just going to rip a volley. Just for a little extra damage. Might as well. Alright, got the trap. Got the heal. Should be one of the last ones here. It's so weird now because they're not as fast. Like I can get multiple auto shots. Like I don't want to let them get close enough to just screw me up, so trying to be at least a little cautious with it. Yeah, you can see the dudes with no health like severely lagging behind. Alright. This should be one of the last ones here. Alright, we got the trap. Yeah, see that one was 2 EXP. So that one I must have missed at some point. That one was 99. You see like some of them get screwed, but for the most part, looking pretty good. I think probably one more trap, huh? Even though they're all pretty dead. I could probably just multi-shot the rest of these guys down, but almost easier to trap. Alright, that's probably good because they're slow. Got the trap. Okay. Now I'll start multiing too. And that's it. You can see I got a fuckload of EXP. Damn, I don't think I'm going to be able to loot that guy. Bummer. The gold in here is pretty good too. Just the actual raw gold, because these guys are all, you know, they drop like 10 silver a pop, or something like that. And they all have a ton of mage weave cloth and silk. You also get a spattering of greens. I found a couple of BOE blues in the times that I've been running this. But definitely pays for itself. And I'll show you what I do to kind of reset the instance. Maybe there's a better way. I would love to know if there is a better way to just kind of get to the front of the instance. I remember something about like inviting an alt before and like passing lead to go to the front, but I think what happens now is like if you don't want to just Hearthstone to gadget, you can do Ghetto Hearth. Is what it's colloquially called. So you just invite a nonsense name and then leave the party. So I'll try to do that to just show what it looks like. Really, I just spam this macro and it's like seems like a gamble whether it works or not. But eventually you'll see the pop up that says, yeah, you'll be teleported to gadget in 1 minute. That will use your Hearthstone if it's even if it's already on cooldown. But I'll just Hearth anyway. But yeah, that's the run. Pretty good. I think we got most of the zombies. Yeah, and the tough jumps, we kind of cleared everything. We had that 1 daze right at the start, but honestly, very clean run. Happy with that. I would love to know if you guys have any questions. I'm happy to help out in the comments. See you next time.